What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, the Brewmaster in Chief. Today in the BrewLab, we have a little something special. I know I promised everybody yesterday that I would run I was continuing on my Silverquill Bonanza. And I did have one here in the cards, and I actually practiced with it and I was ready to play it. I had everything ready. I practiced it extensively, and I was ready to stream this deck tonight. And the last final adjustment I made to it was adding Crushing Disappointment, which is a new card from Strixhaven, which is an instant 4 mana, which is probably why it's common. Which says you lose 2 life, but you draw 2 cards, or each player loses 2 life, it was actually pretty cool because sometimes that can be the deciding factor. You can just get them to lose 2, and that's it, game over. The problem I had with Silverquill is, first of all, if they got a lot of blockers, you can't get through. So sometimes, okay, let me start again. Magecraft. The problem with Magecraft, it's an aggro deck, of course. The best versions that people have tried and that have been putting up the best results have been some kind of dual-colored version. And, so which 2 colors do you go for? The best Magecraft cards are in white, Clever Lumimancer and Leonin Lightscribe. And a lot of people run the Clarion Spirit because even though it doesn't have Magecraft, the fact that you're casting many spells every turn means you're creating a lot of spirit tokens. So pretty cool. But it's lacking card draw. There's a little bit of issue with balancing out exactly how many spells to creature ratio to have so that you have enough spells every turn to trigger the Magecraft, while at the same time have enough creatures to have the Magecraft be triggered on. So the usual problem is that if you're playing green and white, you've got no removal, so you really need to get the perfect draw and get that perfect aggro curve where you just beat them by turn 4, and if you haven't yet, then you're probably going to get screwed. The problem with Silverquill, which is this deck, is so you have removal, which you don't have in Selesnya, but you're lacking in card draw. There's only Defiant Strike as a 1 mana instant, and that's why I ended up putting in Crushing Disappointment. But it's too pricey. You're only going to get to this by turn 4. It was working a bit. I got about a 60% win rate over 20 games or so, but just very inconsistent. So then my best one so far has been Lorehold Magecraft, where I threw in, and I think it's the video that I have with the most views and the deck that I have with the second most copies and downloads ever on either hub, was the Lorehold Magecraft, because there was that other 1 mana spell. Let me just go dig it up here for you guys quickly. Where is it gone? Down here, Wizardry. Oh, Wizardry. You had Crash Through and Defiant Strike as a way to keep restocking your hand, and then I threw in the Goblins as a prowess, which is similar to Magecraft, and this deck is amazing. I still play it regularly, and I think I hold to my word. It's one of the best Magecraft combos you can get, because you have some removal, some card draw, trample, which and I kind of want to probably do a Jund Magecraft next, where I get to play green, white, and Naya Magecraft is probably the deck I'm going to build tomorrow. Like, having finally realized that perhaps 3-color Magecraft is totally doable, I think Naya is the color combination I will go for tomorrow, because then you get to run Defiant Strike, Crash Through, and this brings us to today's deck, which I've gone for because it's the closest to Silverquill, so I'm not really breaking too much my promise about sticking to Silverquill. In ABZAN color, you get to play Charge Through. So imagine if we played Naya, we get to Charge Through, Defiant Strike, Charge Through. That's a lot of trample, that's a lot of card draw, that's a lot of 1-mana spells to trigger. I think it will be the final kind of Magecraft sweet spot. But let's just give ABZAN a whirl for tonight, and then I will switch to Naya for tomorrow. But so you need, I think, in my opinion, at least 8 of these cheap 1-mana draw a card and do something. Unfortunately, Charge Through only gives trample to one creature. The other one, something through from red, is sorcery speed, but it gives trample to all creatures. And anyway, you're only going to need to be giving trample to things at sorcery speed anyway, because you're going to do it before you attack, not when you're blocking or anything like that. But yeah, Naya coming tomorrow. So I think ABZAN kind of fixes a few of the problems that I had with the other combinations I just mentioned earlier, where we are having the ability to run some removal. In this case, I've got only 2 copies of Vanishing Verse and 4 copies of Mythos of Nethroi. The reason why I have a problem with Mythos of Nethroi is that it can only destroy non-land permanents, and this is a meta where you're running into Snowlands running the Faceless Haven every second match. And unfortunately, Vanishing Verse doesn't get rid of that either. So that's why I'm running 2 copies of Field of Ruin in this deck. Hopefully that's going to kind of cover us. Also, the other thing that these Magecraft decks have in common is that you often want to be running Lurrus as your companion, which means you don't need to have an incredible amount of lands. I think I've settled on 22, between 20 and 22 as the sweet spot. So yeah, that gives you a bit more space to run other creatures or spells. The creatures are the usual 16, but instead of going for the Spirit token creator dude, daddy, what's his name again, Clarion Spirit, I've decided, because I've got black, let's play the other Magecraft card that is underplayed in my opinion, which is the Silverquill Apprentice. This card would be a lot worse if it didn't say whenever, because when you get the copy, when you cast, you get to give a target creature +1/+0, but it's not just one time, so you can select the same creature multiple times and keep giving it +1 every time that it happens. So oftentimes we're getting like 2 or 3 or 4 triggers, especially when you have Show of Confidence in your deck. The reason why I was worried about running this instead is because in the Silverquill version of the deck, I was running, before I put in Crushing Disappointment, I was running Plumb the Forbidden, which is the other card like Show of Confidence, which copies it. Sorry, yeah, it says, yeah, it's basically the only other instant that says copy it for each other sorcery spell you've cast this turn. So in that case, it's for everything that you've sacrificed. So you can, X is however many times you sacrifice. Here we go. Let me just get it up here on the screen for us so we can give a proper deck tech. Plumb the Forbidden, instead of Show of Confidence, which says for every time that you've cast an instance of sorcery, you can copy it. This one is you can copy this spell for each creature sacrificed this way. So you need things to sacrifice, and you don't want to be sacrificing your Magecraft cards to Plumb the Forbidden because you need to be swinging in with them. So you need, you need the Clarion Spirit to be creating tokens that you can sacrifice to Plumb the Forbidden. Unfortunately, first of all, you don't really want to be sacrificing those tokens because they're good flyers that help. And secondly, yeah, I don't know. You lose life as well. It's not great. So I took out Plum the Forbidden because what I was trying to do is get a lot of Clarion Spirit tokens out, but you've only got 4 copies of Clarion Spirit. You're not always going to get it in your opening hand. You're not always going to get it in every game. So what if you don't have any tokens to sacrifice? Then you're not going to be making a copy of this, which means you therefore do not get to. My plan was to sacrifice at least 2 Clarion Spirits, get a couple of triggers of the copy on Plum the Forbidden, and then cast a show of confidence on top of it and go off, storm off, as they say. But it just wasn't working, so I got rid of Plum the Forbidden and put in Crushing Disappointment instead, and then that just made the deck a little bit less consistent, and the mana curve was too high. So that's that. Enough with the yammering, as Malone says. Let's get into the Magecraft hammering. I've settled on this version because. So that's why I took out the Clarion Spirit and put in Silverquill Apprentice. So more Magecraft triggers, epic, black. We get to cast it because it's ABZAN, and like I said, you can put that +1/+0 as many times as you get the Magecraft trigger off. So let's explain the deck a little bit better. For those of you who have not yet played Magecraft, it's not possible to play Magecraft deck without Clever Lumimancer and Leonin Lightscribe. They are kind of the main freaking cards in this Magecraft deck. I love them. Leonin Lightscribe says that whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. All creatures, across the board. And Clever Lumimancer, the +2/+2 only happens to itself, but instead of +1/+1, it's +2/+2. So if you have both of these on the battlefield, if you just cast any one spell without it being copied or anything, automatically this becomes a 3/3, and this will become a 3/4, and that's just off one spell. So amazing. And then like I said, the essential card drawing cheap instant spells, we're running 4 copies of Charge Through, which gives at least one of them trample, and Defiant Strike, which gives any one of them +1/+0. So this, coupled with Silverquill Apprentice, starts to create some incredibly big Lumimancers and Lightscribes. If you're then lucky enough to have Show of Confidence in your hand, even if you just get like 1 or 2 of these other things off, or you remove something, then Defiant Strike, then Show of Confidence, you get 3 triggers, crazy stuff goes down. Then we're running, instead of running the Snakeskin Veil, which only gives 1 creature a counter and hexproof, I went for Heroic Intervention instead. This is one of my favorite cards, and I'm going to really hate it when this rotates out, because I think it's an essential piece in any mono green deck, as well as being good in this deck, because it gives everything, not just hexproof, but indestructible as well. So the only thing that gets around Heroic Intervention is exile effects, and that has to be something like an Extinction Event or a Shadow's Verdict. Everything else, like that's targeted or that's trying to destroy you, like a Doomscar or whatever, is not going to work with Heroic Intervention. Not only that, but you can keep it up, cast it on their turn when they go for the sweeper. You're going to still get the Magecraft counter on our Dragonsguard Elite, which is the other card that we are able to run in an ABZAN pile in a Magecraft deck, which keeps putting +1/+1 counters on itself every time you cast or copy an instance or sorcery spell. And I've done it a few times today, if you've managed to do the whole copy thing with, casting a couple of other instants and sorceries first, maybe get some removal off, and then you play Show of Confidence, and you have the Dragonsguard Elite down, and you target Dragonsguard Elite with all of those shows of confidence, things start to get absolutely friggin' crazy. The amount of counters you can get on this thing in a single turn is ridiculous in this deck. So yeah, pretty happy we're running Dragonsguard Elite this time around. What else? Yeah, Heroic Intervention we've talked about. We all know about the Leonin Lightscribe. I've gone over these. Of course, Lurrus, to be able to fetch things back from the graveyard. Vanishing Verse, like I said, this is mostly in here for Ember Cleave. That's about it. I mean, honestly, I'm so sick of that card. This is the main reason why I'm running 2 copies of this. And then we've got, it's an aggro deck. Usually in an aggro deck, I run like maybe 4 to 6, and sometimes 8 if it's depends what aggro deck. But removal pieces like because you're not really trying to push through. You only really need to be having like that one copy in your hand to get rid of that annoying thing that's in the way of your creatures at some point. So I think Mythos of Nethroi, other than not being able to kill Faceless Haven, is a great removal piece. You can kill pretty much anything else, and because we're playing ABZAN mana, we will be able to cast the Selesnya colors on top of one black pip to get rid of anything on the battlefield except for Faceless Haven, or any non-land permanent. So Ugin, you name it. Groovy card, love me this card. Also going to be a sad day when this rotates out in September. Then as far as the mana base, I've gone for the usual 22 in my Magecraft decks. I'm running 6 plains, 2 swamps, 3 forests, 2 of each pathway, 3 triomes, and 2 Field of Ruins for the Faceless Havens. That is the deck. Hope I've done a good job of explaining it. Let's jump into some games and see how it performs. Hopefully we can break the curse and win the first game on stream. Ooh, Billy. Chops. What chops? Pork chops? Lamb chops? Love me some chops. By the way, new location. You can see from the background, my wife's mom, so my mother-in-law, has a house in the south of France. COVID or no COVID, we were able to, it's the European Union. There's very little in the way of borders. So we were all worried that they would ask us for vaccines and PCR tests and are they going to stop us at the border? Nothing. We just drove straight through. And so I was in Italy last night in my family house, and now we're staying in my wife's family house in Nice, in the south of France, for at least 2-3 nights. And fuck COVID. That's pretty good to get around those restrictions in these times. Pork chops. I was worried you were going to say lamb chops. Don't get me wrong. I love lamb chops too. The pork chops are just where it's at, bro. Barbecue sauce. Oof. Oh, don't get me started. I'm hungry. I'm on a bit of a Bloody Mary thing tonight. My mother-in-law had some tomato juice and vodka in the cupboard, so I made myself a Bloody Mary. Chops. Toddster23 taking his time with a Prismari mana base by the looks of things. I have a feeling they've got Faceless Haven. Whenever I see Snowlands, it's either Faceless Haven or they're running that 1 mana instant speed spell that does 3 damage if you have 3 Snowlands, which is also pretty annoying. The Apprentice. Oops, exiled, nice. Not going to cast anything until I have Heroic Intervention mana on top of that. So switching over to a slightly more mid-rangey vibe. Yeah, man, Billy. It's weird. Like, I'm wondering if like one of us has mistyped their hashtag, because I've still got your friend request pending in my friends right now, as you can see. Basham 53373. It should be showing up on your end, and I'm on my computer now, so it's not just mobile doing mobile things. Counterspell maybe? Yep. So coming. Pretty strange that. I wonder what it is. Maybe you try send me one again. I'll remove this one. Okay. Next turn we can cast Lurrus and, well, I mean, if he taps out, we can cast Lurrus and have Heroic Intervention up to protect it. There's too many untapped blue lands for me to cast anything. I never feel comfortable casting into anything more than one untapped blue land. Especially since he's already played a Sword Coming. I think he's digging for red. He probably wants to cast a Goldspan Dragon or something like that. Foretelling something, maybe? No, I'm gonna keep up mana for his Castle Vantress. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, he could scry with that. Well, a creature would be nice. Typical Magecraft problems. Nada. Yeah, here. I sent you that screenshot earlier. I think that's right. 34316. Yeah, that seems to that does seem to be my hashtag actually. Make sure those those zeros those are zeros, not O's. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Watch this. Oh, he's gonna be so bummed. Now we can cast our Mythos of. Ooh, even better. Even better. The only thing we have to hope for is he doesn't have another one of these Crush the Weak, because that pretty much get rid of all of our stuff. Okay, so I'm not running any Reanimator spells in this ABZAN version, so I don't think we're going to be able to get our Lurrus back in any way, shape or form, but that's okay. Slimy bugger. But we're just about to get a lot of Magecraft triggers. Is there anything more annoying than Test of Talents right now? I think I might just scoop this one. Come on, mate. Yeah, at least I get to draw a card anyway. What a bastard. Yeah, okay. Why not? Might as well. Should we do it again? 7? I wonder how many triggers I'll get off this. Anyway, I felt like scooping. Woohoo! It's quite a nice hit off of one creature. And we still get to keep up the Heroic Intervention in case he has some sort of removal. Tested talents on my blimmin' beautiful Defiant Strikes. Oops. Why would you do something so silly? Yes! 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 Game 1 victory on the stream, breaking the curse, back up into the 90 percentile. God, that feels good. Whew. Baby, baby. Oh, I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I've just thought to myself, I'm struggling to think which land I would get rid of if I wanted to put in a. Let's get rid of one Triome. Anyway, it's a tap land. Let's put in one Agadeems, just as a little. Maybe we can get our Lurrus back, kind of a thing. Ooh, I think I got your friend request. Yes, Billy, it worked. Damn, we're finally friends. Man, this yeah, the freaking the friend thing on this game is so busted. Woohoo! Finally. White. Blue. America flag. Probably Jeskai. America versus Italy. Bring it on, bitches. Cool. Lol. Whoops. Hey, well, at least we got there in the end. So Dragonsguard it is. Don't think he's playing any removal at this point. Probably some sort of a mill strategy. So he's either going to bounce it. We can go Silverquill Apprentice, charge through next turn. So you play this pathway on black. Here comes the bounce spell. No, mill spell. Oh! Agadeems, no! Black. Are you gonna block it? If you do. Bye bye. It's a lot of land. That is a lot of land. Show of confidence. 2 show of confidence. That is just beautiful. Probably gonna counter it. I would if I were him. If he's got the counter, he doesn't. Oh, that's just lovely. He does. Okay, that's fine. Magecraft, baby, Magecraft. 3 wins. Yes! 100% win rate on stream so far. Yeah, dude, I think that's the problem. Often my friends do that. It's lone foxes with zeros. Yeah, man. Even after the stream, if you have a second, although we're probably going to both jump onto Hello Good Game stream after this. I'm feeling quite energetic. I'm not that tired today. I had a good nap in the car while my wife was driving me here. So yeah, we'll probably jump onto Hello Good Games stream right after this. But if you are keen, yeah, either after that or tomorrow morning, I'd love to play some Jank. I like your deck. You know what? The only thing is, I'm one of those anti. I'm a complete anti Eldraine. When I saw the few Eldraine cards in there, I was like, oh, not rogues. Not rogues. I made a few adjustments, but you inspired me big time, Billy. Make a Selesnya deck. I'm gonna flash you quickly. God, man. Is there anything worse than if he counters this, I'm gonna quit. I'm so sick of rogues, and this card in particular. Oh, we didn't have the drown in the lock. Or he's just gonna use it now and kill it instead of. Honestly, man, I'm so over this card. It's ridiculous. How could they make this a one drop? And it's stomp proof. Ugh, I'm just so over it. Ay, caramba! Let's play it cool. The only thing that I have in the deck that's going to get rid of that is the Mythos of Nethroi. I think he's already milled one of them. No? Okay. And we've also got the... gotta take my dog out. Sounds good. Enjoy. Miss my dogs so much. I left both my dogs in Indonesia when I, pandemic blues. I miss my dogs so much. I think when I get back, they're gonna lose their mind when they see me. It's gonna be so good. Okay, let's test the waters for a counter spell with a Clever Lumimancer. Enjoy, Billy. I'll catch you later. Are you gonna counter it? Are you? No, you're not. Let's play a no. Yeah. Counterspell or some stupid flashy rogue. I'm so sick of playing against this deck. Honestly, like, it's just... I scooped. Oh, baby. That feels good. Do you have a second one? Oh, no, you don't. Obviously, we're not going to block it. Ah, that crab. Where are the rogues, man? Is it Dimir Mill without rogues? Nah, you wouldn't be playing Lurrus otherwise. Here comes Drown the Lock. Guaranteed. You should have gone for the Leonin Lightscribe. I don't understand. But, fine. The founder of dragons brought the Blood Age to an end. It is an honor to serve them. Yeah. Mill, yeah, really annoying, but they managed to actually mill me like very few times. Uh, Rogues, wow. I, I I don't think there's anybody that likes playing against the rogue deck. if there is somebody out there of my subscribers that actually likes playing against the rogue deck, let me know how you do it, because I feel like vomiting a little bit every time. 3 Heartless Acts. Sure. Drawing the lock. Here we go. Yep. Guaranteed. Of course. So now the question is, do we save? Yeah, we definitely save that heroic intervention. Should have swung. I would have got another 2 points of damage in there. That was a misplay. Here comes the into the story, so that they restock their whole hand with more annoying counter spells, or yeah, of one mind was the other option, which fortunately is going to rotate out as well. Bye bye, crab boy. Can double the counters on Dragonsguard Elite next turn. Not by much. Where's into the story? I'm surprised they haven't cast it yet. At least this is now Heartless Act proof. Leonin isn't. We need to get our Agadeem's Awakening. We can fetch our Lurrus back. They go fetch their own Lurrus. Do they cast it? Yeah. Beating the rogue player for a change. Doesn't happen very often. God, I love Bloody Mary. That is a good one. Lots of Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, Billy, did you see that new card that came out in the spoilers? D&D set. I can't remember the name right now. And by the way, I'm going to be doing spoiler videos as the new set starts to drop. This one, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. That is going to be a true pain in everybody's ass. He's fully going for the mill strategy here. I'm down to 20 cards. He's able to just keep playing these little crabs back every turn. Beg your pardon. Yeah, did you see that card, Billy? Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Each opponent exiles a card from the top of the library until that player has exiled cards with a total mana value 20 or more. Not only is it gonna, be a good mill card, but it's also really annoying when it comes to exile. Bye-bye. The only reason why I like it is because Mono Red's going to take a beating from that, and all the other cards, even rogues to some extent, like anything that plays low mana curve creatures, aggro decks, they're going to be exiling a lot of cards off the top of the library if someone manages to resolve a Tasha. I'll be pretty keen to see how that plays out in the meta. I can't wait for the new set. I'm frothing for some new cards. Please let me beat this guy. Please. Ooh. Okay. Already got a Call of the Death Dweller. He's going to reanimate the Lurrus, I guess. Or maybe he's got his own Agadeem's Awakening. He's milled ours. As long, together with most of our draw spells. We're now top decking. Is it game over? Is that it? Did we do it? A 30-30 Dragonsguard Elite is quite a thing to deal with. Oh no, we're 1 mana short. I wish we had that. Goodness, that would have been just amazing. I would have felt so good to get that. Here's into the story. Better late than never. R10E37. Yeah, Dragonsguard Elite can be really crazy. 30-30 is next level shit. Perfect. Play something else. Tap all your stuff. Ooh, you've got double removals. If you have anything else coming at me, or a counter spell, that's fine, because I'm anyway got a backup. Okay. This is when I'm hoping that they're going to play a flash creature to try and block. 4 straight wins on stream. I am feeling godlike right now. Whew, whew. Baby, baby. That's what dreams are made of. Beating rogues. Ah, now let's play mono red and let me beat them too. Then I'll go to bed like, man, I'm gonna have the best dreams tonight. Another 15 minutes to go. We're playing an aggro deck. We'll probably get at least 2 or 3 more games in. Okay, now we're pushing into the mid 90 percentile. It's usually Winota territory. Protect the Lightscribe, remove something. The possibility of destroying a Field of Ruin if it's mono red. Beg your pardon. Faceless Haven. Is this a keeper? It's not my usual kind of a keeper, but we do have 3 lands. Let's give it a try. I'm on a roll. Yes! There's some card draw. So then we definitely play this on green. So we can... Oh goodness. Rakdos with the... he's going to seize the firstborn, my Leonin Lightscribe, and then village writes it. No! He's playing that Extus. Let's just chill. I'd be really keen to see if he tries a... Okay. We can block some stuff now. What do we block? Why wouldn't you attack with that? we just let it through? Oh, we got 2 of these. That Bastion needs to go. But we don't have black mana yet to do that with. Otherwise we could Mythos it away. Second Sedgemoor. Nah, this one isn't gonna be a winner at all, I don't think, mate. One more green source, please. Close enough. Stop fetching. See, now he can Extus the other side of Extus, or Village Rights, okay. Double triggers, oh god. We are so dead. Oh god. Bye bye. Please come again. Oh. It's only about right. You can't just keep winning forever. 4 straight wins felt great. 1 loss against the pesty boys with Sedgemoor. A little bit unlucky with our lands. Ooh. Woo. Like all the Tabasco gathered on the bottom. Ow! That was a spicy meatball. No creatures. Thank God we're on the draw. Played Yamataka a few times. I think we can comfortably put our show of confidence in the bottom of the library. Another pesty boy. Probably more Sedgemoor witches coming our way. The cool thing about MTGA Assistant is that you can go back and look at your opponents. It'd be cool if you could search. Yamataka. I haven't played him in the last day or 2, so not him. Okay. Do we risk it? Let's risk it. Heartless Act, Mare. Callous Blood Mage. Lovely card. This card is great against cycling. For those of you who haven't yet, go look at my Witherbloom Total Control deck. This card just is a really good card to play against cycling decks. The reason why I say that is because the third option is exile target player's graveyard. So play this on turn whatever and just get rid of all of his cycling cards. It's great. And it's got so many, it's card draw in black. It's life gain in the form of a pest, essentially. Fits the color pie perfectly. I really like this card. Any sort of Witherbloom or black token deck or control deck, should definitely try running a few copies of Colorless Blood Mage. No flavor text. I felt with such epic art it should have some. Ooh, nice. Ah, nice. Lucky, but nice. Toski! Now this is where Vanishing Verse also comes in great handy. Card draw there. Go fetch Lurrus. Oh wow. HGG is doing Selesnya. I did watch a stream earlier. I think you might be right, Billy. I haven't seen, he usually does that post on his Discord. Hasn't come up yet, which is unusual because we're 10 minutes away, so we might just be running a little late for whatever reason. Bye-bye, Dragonsguard. Off you go. Ooh. This is an unusual version of this deck. Nice. Good on you, opponent. I probably should have blocked the pest there. That was silly. Probably going to put it on my Lurrus. And then he's got some kind of way to get rid of it. Whichever creature gets the, what are they calling this counter? The bounty counter or something like that? Bounty counter. Then, ooh, yep, bye-bye Lurrus. Nice to know you. Okay, now we need our only copy of Agadeem's Awakening, but at least we got a Dragonsguard Elite back out of that. And we shall probably just use it straight away on Shovel. The Mythos of Nethroi, I mean by that. Yes! Yes. Doesn't really matter. They have, actually, they do have a blocker. Let's get rid of their campus. And go fetch a black land. We're going to get 2 card draws out of this next turn, or 1, because they'll probably block. They're probably debating whether they should block with the pest, which means they only get 1 card draw. Good choice, buddy. Good choice. Glad you did that. Toski gets Death Touch, probably play the Lovestruck Beast. Another card I cannot wait to get the hell out of Standard. Agadeems like yesterday. Crikey, mate. Crikey! We're in a bit of trouble, aren't we? We're in a lot of trouble. So Magecraft can't go mid to late game. Okay. Bye-bye. Nice mid-range Witherbloom. I wish you weren't playing, you know, Eldraine cards, but good on you, mate. Good on you, Yamataka. That was a good one. Last game for the stream. We're approaching the 1 hour mark. I'm pretty happy with the way things went. We got some great wins in. This I like. This is a great opener. Go. Yeah, it's a great opener. Let's go green. So they think we're playing mono green. Oh, I've played Alpha many times. Ah, dimmer control. Yeah, I remember this deck. It's still rogues, but he's not running it in the. Oh, there we go. We're gonna keep this nice and safe in our hand. It's rogues, but with Zareth San. He doesn't want to be playing the Lurrus because he's got some bigger mana cost cards in there. If we'd played something else, we wouldn't have had mana up for the heroic intervention. 3 temples. Shuffler's fine, folks. Green. Still keeping heroic intervention up. Next turn we can double whammy things. Okay. Hopefully no sweeper. One extinction event just kind of ruins our entire match here. That is just great. That's game over. Eat the poop. How far? My apologies, but sometimes I just cannot control myself. That was the best win. Oh, thank goodness. When an aggro deck just gets in there and just teaches control a lesson, I feel happy. Alright, 59 minutes. We're approaching the 1 hour mark. That's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It means a lot. If I could ask everybody who jumped on the stream and everybody who is watching this as a replay to please give me a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. Of course, if you have any sort of feedback to my gameplay, deck building, anything at all, constructive feedback is always appreciated. Leave that in the comments down below. If you hit the bell icon, you're going to get a notification every time I go live or anytime I post anything on my channel. And yeah, that's about it for today. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. This is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all. See you tomorrow.